we'll now go over to our OL Reign. Interesting feeling after the past week. So this match against the Washington Spirit was a big one, a celebratory one, as it was Megan Rapinoe's final home regular season match of her career. Not last regular season match, as a lot of people on social media have said. That is wrong. I apologize to be that guy. It was it's final home. They still have decision day. That decision day is big also because it could make or break whether or not there is a playoff push for Megan Rapinoe. So we get into it. October 6th versus the Washington Spirit here at Lumen Field, a scoreless draw. Unfortunately, our player of the match, when it was a scoreless draw, of course, it makes sense to have Claudia Dickey as our player of the match. An 8.5 match rating, 5 saves on the day, 67% passing percentage, 3 diving saves, 4 saves inside the box, 1 punch, and 6 recoveries. We have several photos of the match to look over here because of how much festivity history that was being made that night, as well as just also great photos by our photographer Liz Wolter. Also to note in this match, it was a record, the highest attended NWSL match in history of the league. 34,130 people packed inside of Lumen Field to send off Megan Wright. It was just a shame that they couldn't do it with the win. First photo of the match here on a set piece. Megan Rapinoe looking here through, we can see here through the Washington Spirit players, and you can see Pino there. Just, I love the framing here by Liz. Really enjoyed it. Just really enjoyed this one. There were several great ones. It's why I'm doing 4 of these. You can see the BECU banner on the ad there. Thank you, Megan, forever reign. You can see Megan in front of that with the crowd behind her. Here you can see when it was officially announced that it was a record-breaking crowd. And you can see the field and the fans as well. Just excellent framing once again. And then here, the post-match ceremony. You can watch more of the post-match ceremony if you're checking out our social medias and our YouTube, as they got the 3 OGs and Rapinoe, Lou Barnes, and just Fishlock on there with head coach Laura Harvey. All 4 of those women have spent a good amount of time in their careers together. All of them, mostly at least, when spent together with the Reign. So really big there, really joyous occasion to celebrate that. It just, when we look forward now, it's very important that the Reign record a win on Sunday at the Chicago Red Stars. As it currently sits, the Reign sit in the 6th and final seed of the NWSL playoffs. They would get in, they wouldn't host any matches. Yeesh. It would be you're very playing with fire here. Because the Reign really haven't recorded the necessary results in recent memory, they've put themselves in this position. It's just like with the Sounders. Defensively, the Reign have been really strong. The back line, especially in the last 2 matches, really, really strong. But then you look at the finishing, they, again, have been able to generate chances. They just haven't finished them. It is just like the Sounders, weirdly enough. So we look at the fixtures here. Yeah. So in the month of October, 2 draws and a loss. Not great. Their last win was Sunday, September 3rd. Yeah, you have to go back to the 3rd of September for a Reign win. And it was a 1-0 win at that. Then to go back even further, their last win was July 28th. July 28th in the Challenge Cup, that was. Regular season, the last regular season win before the September 3rd result was June 24th against the San Diego Wave. June. So, the draws have been too much for the Reign. It's been a lot. Obviously, there's time there because of the World Cup break, but the Reign haven't been getting necessary results. They haven't been finishing. It's been a big issue. The finishing was an issue last year, and they were able to win the Shield, funny enough. They weren't able to go further than the semifinal in the playoffs, which you could, again, look at the finishing. But this week, well, not this week, this year, the finishing has hurt them. It's hurt them to where they haven't, their 2 wins in NWSL regular season play since June. There's only been 2 of them, as I mentioned. Yeah, right there. And now they're fighting for a playoff spot. They needed the Houston Dash to draw or lose in their match against Angel City. They would lose, but Angel City's playoff hopes are alive still. So we look at the NWSL table here. I just had it up and I closed it. So we look at the table here. There's no way they're going to win the Shield this year. That's between Portland and San Diego. So cool. The first two spots in the NWSL table taken care of. There's no way North Carolina or anybody else can catch up to San Diego or Portland. But the 3 seed from the 6th seed are separated by 1 point. The Reign sit at 29 points. Washington, New York, New Jersey, and North Carolina are separated by 1 point. Those last 3 teams that I mentioned all have 30 points. The Reign have 29. Then you look at the teams that are looking into the playoffs. There are 4 teams that can catch the Reign hypothetically. Houston Dash are 3 points below the Reign. Racing Louisville are 2 points behind the Reign. And then both Orlando and Angel City are 1 point behind the Reign, making it a must-win. This is the definition of a must-win match for the Reign. They're playing the Red Stars, who currently sit in the bottom of the league table in terms of points with 24. But even at that, they have a solid form in their past 5 matches. They lost to the Kansas City Current, but that was a high-scoring match in and of itself. They would allow 4 goals in the first half. They would come back to make it a close one, but Kansas City would pull away. In the 4 matches before that, it goes draw, win, draw, win. So it's not like Chicago is this bottom-feeding team. It's not going to be an easy match. The Reign have been without Sofia Huerta and Rose Lavelle over the course of the past 2 matches. They were without Nikki Stanton and Alana Cook in the Washington match. They should get Cook back. And Stanton plays obviously a role defensively, depth-wise. But this is a must-win match. Outside of winning your own match, there are other things that go into play. But above all else, the Reign need to focus on winning their own match. And it's not going to be an easy one. So stressful, very, very stressful. And all of the matches that are taking place in the NWSL on decision day are taking place at the exact same time. So there's no, oh, we're going to watch this match and maybe we'll feel a little bit better because our match is, no. All at the same time. Can you tell I'm stressed out about it? Because I am. So we'll do this again so I don't have the screen. Can you tell how stressed out about it that I am? Because I'm very stressed out about it. So whew, I'm sorry. I don't mean to come at you like that. Looking at the injury report versus the Spirit, as I mentioned, 4 players were out. None of them were questionable. Alana Cook out with suspension. Nikki Stanton out with suspension. Both of those yellow card accumulation. Sofia Huerta out with a leg injury. And Rose Lavelle out with a leg injury. The Reign sit at an 8-win, 8-loss, 5-draw record. They are 6th in the league table, as I mentioned, with 29 points. Looking ahead, October 15th at the Chicago Red Stars is a 2 p.m. Pacific time kickoff. That's a big one. This is only on Paramount Plus. Huge, huge match. Cheer on your Reign as they try to make the postseason. They can get up to the 3 seed and host a match at home in the playoffs. Funny enough, they can also miss the playoffs entirely. The highs and lows for the Reign season that hang in the balance are high and low. So